Okay, so we got Cleveland and Toronto here. I will not be making another video on the Golden State New Orleans series or the Houston Utah series because it's kind of it gets repetitive. We already know what's going to happen with those two series, okay? And it's real easy. I'm just going to concentrate on the ones that are a little bit harder to figure out, the ones that are a little bit more, you know, there's a little bit more parity between both teams, okay? So Golden State obviously is going to win the series, and I expect Houston to win the series as well. So there's really not much to talk about there. But in this Cleveland-Toronto series, okay, we see here where Cleveland, surprising start, got off to a 1-0 lead in the series, okay? And there's really no panic just yet for the Toronto Raptors, okay? So I wouldn't just panic just yet. A lot of people are saying they're chokers and things like that. But if I'm right about this tactic, okay, there's a reason why Cleveland won this first game, okay? So I can't say that I'm 100% right, but so far I like what I see, okay? I like what I see with this series, all right? So as of right now, just by looking at this game, I saw the game and everything like that. I still believe that Toronto will pull this series out, but you never know. But I can't say I'm 100%. But I still think Toronto would be a very good investment. Okay, and I'm just talking about investments here. Okay, I'm not talking about games being rigged right now, or just with like other channels are talking about numbers and stuff like that. I'm just concentrating on just good investments, okay? And right now, I'm just stating that Toronto, if you're a betting person, Toronto would be, now that they're down 0-1 in the series, okay, the early line on this Toronto series was minus 210. So you would have to put up 210 to win $100, okay? Now that they're down 1-0, I don't know what the exact line is, but it's going to be a lot closer to even money now. Okay, Toronto is going to be, this is a very good opportunity here, okay? A very good investment, win or lose, okay? In this situation, win or lose, it's a very good opportunity. Now's your chance to take Toronto in this series, okay? Because you will not find a better investment for your money. Like I said, win or lose, you will not find another investment like this out there, okay? I realize the hype on Cleveland. Everybody thinks Cleveland's going to win, that Toronto's chokers and stuff like that. I'm just saying that if you're an investing person, Toronto would not be a bad investment, win or lose, okay? Because for the discrepancy that you see with Toronto, okay, it's a big mismatch. This series is a big mismatch on paper, but with the line, they don't make it seem like it's a big mismatch, okay? Because obviously of LeBron James. But on paper, team-wise, the longer this series goes, I believe Toronto has a significant edge in this series, okay? So I will be putting money on Toronto here, down 0-1. Win or lose, like I said, it doesn't really matter because I bet on high value bets, okay? Things that have a high probability of winning. And this is a good opportunity to take Toronto here. And it's going to be close to even money now that they're down 0-1 in the series, okay? So just wanted to explain that. And as I watched this game, I thought that Cleveland got very lucky in this series, okay? So unless this series is completely rigged, okay, where they have LeBron somehow get to the finals, get to the next round again, then, there's really nothing you can do about it. But, I can't base my decision off of a series being a rigged outcome, okay? I have to make smart investments when I place these bets because I believe in my heart that not every series, not every game that is played is rigged like some of these other people on these YouTube channels, okay? My mind is not wired like that where I believe every single game that is played, every game for 82 games is a rigged outcome. Okay, I don't have that mind. I don't have that thinking like some of these other people do. Okay, so you can continue to follow me or not follow me based on that. And but I have to continue to stick to what I believe, and I have to go with smart investments. And I believe Toronto is a smart investment here. If they rig it for LeBron again, if they rig it for LeBron and he ends up winning, then so be it. Okay, but I know over the course of doing this long term that if I went by that thinking, I would not make money. So I have to stick to what I know and go with Toronto here in this series. All right, because this line was very low to begin with, and I thought it was fishy that it was that low anyways. Okay, so I would have to take Toronto in this situation. So as I was watching this game, Toronto was completely dominating them, and obviously LeBron brought them back. Can he do that for 3 more games? I just don't think he can do that for 3 more games against a Toronto team. Okay, I do think Toronto will win this next game, and Cleveland was very fortunate to win this game. I do think that they got a little bit lucky to win this game. I do think now Toronto will be prepared. They'll be more prepared for this second game. I think they panicked a little bit at the very end. They couldn't make shots because the thing that's very unique about Cleveland, okay, when you take a look at their numbers, they're very bad on defense, but they don't really have a high possession. Okay, a high possession. See, if they had a very high, if they averaged a lot of played at a very high paced tempo, and they had a bad defense, they'd be even a worse team than they are now. But since they don't have, I looked at their possession, and that's what was very interesting to me. Their possessions are kind of somewhere near the bottom in the league, a little bit below average in the league. Okay, in possession. So that tells me that they're very smart in the way they play. Okay, obviously because of LeBron James, so they don't really play at a high paced game where they're going to panic or turn the ball over, which is very important when you're a very good passing team. Okay, so they're very smart in that area. That is why I believe that Cleveland is able to get past these teams. Okay, whether they're rigging the games or not, they do have a very high IQ. Cleveland has a very high IQ. They understand what they're supposed to do, especially with LeBron James orchestrating it and figuring it out, but dissecting these teams. Okay, so that tells me right there, since they don't have a very high possession game with a very bad defense, they're very smart. Even though that they don't play a great defense, they're very smart on offense. Okay, so they have that ability to break teams down even with their lack of defense. Okay, so that's very interesting about this Cleveland team, and especially in years past, where they did have a higher pace possession count, but they had a very good defense, or like an average defense. Okay, so that's very interesting about this Cleveland team is they don't panic, and they don't take bad shots, basically. Okay, they don't play at a high pace where it would force them to turn the ball over or just start to panic in those situations. So very unique team with Cleveland, but I still think Toronto's going to win this series. They have a deeper bench, they have a better defense, and I just don't think they can do it for 3 more games. Okay, so we will see what happens here, but that's my take on this Cleveland Toronto series. As an investor, as a person that invests money, you won't find a better opportunity to take Toronto. Like I said, win or lose. So we saw this first game, 113, 112. Toronto had like 4 open looks at the basket to make a layup. That I don't believe that's going to happen in the second game. I do believe Toronto will win the second game. So that's going to do it for this video. So thanks for watching. I'll be putting out some more videos coming soon. So comment, rate, and subscribe. Thanks for sharing my videos. Thanks for subscribing, and I'll see you then.